Music, 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 music.
Hey, welcome back to the vlog. My name is Karl.
And I'm Susie.
And this is the Gospel for Planet Earth. We are a family on mission with Jesus, and we want you to be on mission with us too. Susie, why do you have that guitar?
Because you made me bring it out here.
Oh, it's not because you're doing new things for Easter. That's the time to do new things.
Huh.
Sing us a song.
New things, new
Okay,
things.
well, that was very nice. Today we are going to do new things. I'm going to go to two places. This is a vlog of hope.
I thought you were just going to get the oil changed.
No. When I get back, maybe you'll have a song for us?
The cat was trying to sit on my lap. No, I definitely will not have a song for you.
Come on, it's Easter. Give us a try.
Nope.
All right, for this week's vlog, I'm going to take you to two places, and the first stop is in Asheville, and I'll tell you why in a minute. All right, I'm up in Asheville, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute, but it has to do with Easter. But first, I want to tell you the story of how I learned the true meaning of Easter at the Waffle House. So my dad loved people, and he loved to come and eat out at a restaurant before he went to work, and he would often do his Bible study. And while we were eating breakfast at the Waffle House, my brother asked my dad, "Dad, why is it that Jesus had to rise bodily from the dead? I know why he had to die, but why did he have to rise from the dead?" And my dad said, good question. At the time, I didn't think it was much of a question. I just thought, who cares? When we die, we go to heaven. So what does it matter if Jesus rose bodily or not? Sure, he rose bodily. I'm supposed to believe that. But why does it matter? At the time, I didn't know. But now I do know, and it's very exciting. So I've always loved life, and I've always had a good life. I've experienced many good things, and I love Christmas and baseball and springtime and family. But when my dad suddenly passed away at 49, I began to notice all the barrenness of the world, and I said to myself, then maybe the world isn't so good. You know, maybe we're just trying to get to heaven. Isn't that the goal? And I kind of set my mind on that. But I found that made it hard to live life in this world. As the old saying goes, being too heavenly minded to be of any earthly good. And I started to look into more of what the Bible said about resurrection. And I went back to that question that my brother asked, why did Jesus bodily have to rise from the dead? The amazing thing I learned is that the reason Jesus had to rise from the dead is because God is very much concerned about the body. He created a good world, Genesis tells us, and nowhere does God say that he is going to throw away the world. Rather, the whole point of Abraham's family was that through Abraham's family, God was going to bring a resurrection for the world. God was going to heal the world. And in Jesus' bodily resurrection, we see the beginning of God's new creation taking place in the world. Ultimately, the goal is not getting to heaven. Ultimately, the goal is being filled with the Spirit of Jesus. The same Spirit that raised Jesus Christ from the dead is going to give life to our mortal bodies, and we're going to come out of the tomb to live in God's new creation. So at the time that my brother asked that question at the Waffle House, I didn't know the significance of the resurrection. But when I started learning that God intends to resurrect the body just as he resurrected Jesus' body, I wanted to rush over here to the grave where my dad is buried, and I half expected the tomb to explode open and for my dad to come out. I know that sounds crazy, but that is actually what is going to happen at the end of all things. God intends to remake the heavens and the earth so that God's creation purposes for the world can go forward. This gives me excitement to live in the present because I know that what I'm doing for Christ will last. One of the major influences on me in this time of study has been NT WRIGHT, who wrote a book called Surprised by Hope, which is all about the resurrection. and I encourage you to read that book yourself. I also had the privilege of doing a podcast interview with NT WRIGHT, which I'd love for you to check out, and I'll provide the link for that below, and here's a little icon for it. Okay, so why go to Planned Parenthood on Easter weekend? Well, because Easter is about resurrection, it's about life, it's about hope. It's about hope that there's a better answer than abortion. It's about hope that there's forgiveness, but it's also about hope that there's resurrection for the baby itself. This was a very powerful and intense hour here, just leading worship. Honestly, I haven't filmed much outside of the car because I'm a little nervous, because I know that there are a lot of people that don't want me to be here. But God wants me here, and I'm glad I came. Well, it just started raining, and I think that's God's timing, because I just finished. I was out here on the sidewalk singing about the hope of Jesus and resurrection here on Easter weekend, so that those who have abortions know there's still hope for forgiveness. There's also hope for the resurrection of their own life, that they can have life in the present, but also the resurrection of their baby. That's what the resurrection of Jesus is all about, and that's what Easter is about. So this, I think, was one of the best ways to celebrate Easter this weekend. Now it's time to go home and see if Susie is willing to sing for me.
Easter kitty. Hi, Easter kitty.
This is Easter Kitty, because we gave her to the kids on Easter.
All right, Susie. Well, I hope while I was away you repented of your stubbornness and have decided to try something new. Give us a song.
No, 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 no. The word is no.
Well, because of the resurrection, we can do new things. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. But the world is a different place because Jesus has already been raised from the dead. So that means the power of God's future has met us in the present. So, Susie, if you wanted to write a song, you could.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Coach.
I don't think she does. All right, well, we'll see you next week. Maybe comment below. Tell us if you'd like Susie to write a song for next week.
Don't comment on that.
Yes,
No.
do it.